Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Weeknights. I am JD Nero, aka He Who Pods, aka Rearview Mirror.
Are you done? And I'm Dash, aka Dashing D, aka the real king of R&B, aka Cool Grandma, but not really. The only reason I asked you if you were done is because I know for a while I was cutting you off, so I just wanted to make sure that I was being respectful of your intro.
Got you. Thanks. Yes, I'm done.
Okay. Well,
But you know who's not done?
never done.
Motherfucking Nas.
Nas.
Man,
Is Nas a goat?
I won't answer that because there's only one GOAT.
Fair
And
enough.
Nas once said that there can only be one king.
I believe that.
He said
Meaning I
there's one
believe
life, one
that.
love, so there can only be one king.
And that's real.
So, anyway,
Yeah.
Nas and DJ Premier dropped their 30-year awaited album. So
Yeah.
it's not just Nas, but Nas and DJ Premier. They linked up and they were the final of the 7, if I'm correct, 7 albums for
Yeah.
Legend Has It series.
Yes.
The Legend Has It series. They were the last one and they dropped on December 12th. Just this weekend when we're recording this.
Yeah.
And Mass Appeal has been killing it. It's been crazy.
They really
So,
have.
yeah. And I'm curious to see what they roll into the new year doing because
Yeah.
they killed it this year.
And
This is
they killed
15
it on
songs.
all. Oh, sorry.
No. Go.
I was gonna say they killed it on all fronts. I mean, Mass Appeal wasn't just making music; they were
Right.
also getting into the merch game.
Yep.
You know, they were out and about. They were um they linked up with Marvel.
I was about to
They
say I
did.
got my comic right here.
There you go. Like
Good thing it
they
was
were.
upside down.
Yeah, they were out in the streets. You know, if there was an event going on where they could have a presence, they did. I just feel like they really have been. He really has been making sure that this is a very well-rounded brand. So I think that's really cool. I didn't know what to
Oh, in the store.
expect. And the store, oh my gosh, I can't wait to go to the store. I'm really excited about the
Yeah.
store.
Store is open until January 3rd, I think it is.
Yes. So I definitely plan on making a trip there. Um, but yeah, really, really excited about that. I just think they're just doing great things and it's cool to watch.
Yeah. I totally agree. Can't wait to go to the store. There was an event I wanted to go to a couple weeks ago when they first opened it, but I wasn't able to make it. But back to this album. The album is called Light Years. I just realized I have my phone on a bunch of stuff it does not need to be on while we're potting. So the album's called Light Years. It's 15 tracks, 48 minutes, and it's pretty cool. Now you took notes, and I like when you take notes, so I'm gonna throw it to you first.
Me first? All right, let me try to get through my notes. I don't have tons of notes, but I have some. So I just want to say overall, I really enjoyed this album. In fact, my last note says that the album felt like a warm hip hop hug. To me, that's what it felt
Yep.
like. I also wrote that this was so nostalgic, but also classic at the same time. Um, and there was a specific record that Which one was I talking about? Where I said this will be a timeless record. Oh, okay. So now let me start from the beginning and just say that the opening beat was perfect. I just felt like that was a strong way to start. It was a good way to start. Kind of eased us into what was about to happen. It felt good. Felt right. Can't explain it any more than that. Other than like when you hear the beat drop, it's like okay. Didn't sound like anything crazy. It felt familiar. And I think sometimes that's enough. More than enough, even. There's
I
times when
totally
you.
disagree.
Okay. What do you
That's
think?
okay though, right? It's okay to be on different sides. I thought the first track was cool, but I was like, but where's the heat though? Because I thought, I'm gonna be honest, I thought that intro was gonna be bananas. I'm like, they're gonna make a statement with the first track. And the first track, it was cool. It
So
was cool.
I'm not saying specifically that the first track was amazing, but I'm saying once I heard the beat, I was like, okay, I get the feel, I get the vibe. I think it's a good way to start. Like I said, I think it felt familiar. I wasn't looking for anything crazy. I mean, if something crazy and mind blowing happened, sure, I'm sure I would have been entertained. But also, I think that kind of keeps with what I'm saying about the fact that it felt very authentic. It felt very classic. It felt like something that we could have listened to 20 years ago, or as you said, 30 years ago, or today. And that's what I enjoyed about the whole thing. And I think that the way it started kind of put me in that state of mind from the very beginning. So
Okay.
I wasn't underwhelmed by it. I just felt like, oh, okay, all right, this feels right. Like this feels familiar. Um,
Yeah, for me,
and
it
make
totally threw me off that first track. That first
yeah,
track, I was like, what? I mean, this is cool, but what's this how we starting? I don't know where we're gonna go
yeah,
next. So for you, where it felt like you know where this we're going, I felt the opposite. I was like,
yeah.
I don't know where we're going after this first track. I don't know what's about to happen.
Okay, I hear you. I hear you. That I can understand that. I do have some songs that stood out to me, so I'll just go ahead and I'll say that New York State of Mind I thought was dope. It has like so yeah, it's the Billy Joel sample, but also it has this spooky vibe too at the same time. And
And
I love that.
I fucking love that.
Yeah, I love that so much. I was like, this is really good. I'm really enjoying this. Yeah, so I that one was awesome for me. Um Sons, I loved Sons. I thought Sons was great. There's a line where he says, "Filthy rich, scuba diving in your wealthy pockets, Louis Prada, but health is my most valuable stock tip." I love that.
Yep.
I said,
Yeah.
man, in the era that we are in right now, where we are losing so many legends so young,
Right.
and even just being at the age we are now, where now we're faced with thinking about our futures and our lives and what that looks like. uh I'm not a parent, but you are, like, just being able to think about, and I do have kids in my life, so it's like, thinking about what it looks like for them, and like being an example for them. And I just thought that was, I was like, man, he was onto something. I feel like a lot of people need to just listen to this and internalize what he's trying to say, because obviously we know that our health is paramount, and you can't be there for somebody if you don't take care of your health. So I thought that was great.
By the way,
Um,
did you catch the Paramount Plus this in this album?
I didn't.
Okay.
All right, I have to find it now.
There's a if I could be bugging out, but I'm pretty sure it was either was it Games album? Maybe it was Games album. Never mind. You said
Okay.
Paramount, and the line came back to me. It's Games
Oh,
album. Sorry,
yeah.
my bad. Nah, it's my bad.
Good. My Story, Your Story with AZ. It felt very niche, but like in a good way. It felt very New York. It felt like you just had to be
Yeah,
there, and if you weren't, this wasn't for you. And I
This was
love when
totally for me. Oh, you first.
yeah. No, go ahead. I can say it after.
I'll say for me, this was the warm hug.
Well, yes, this was absolutely a warm hug. Like, but everybody's not gonna feel that hug, right? For this particular
My
track.
story, your story. Go ahead. We seem to have a little bit of delay. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying that everybody's not gonna feel that hug because everybody's not from New York. But yes,
Right.
as a Brooklyn girl, as a New Yorker, I was like, oh wait, they're talking to us. It was to me, it was very specific, and it was again just I feel like this was very much attention to detail. Like they knew who they were talking to. This was very intentional. It's kind of nestled in the middle of the album. So it's not all the way to the bottom, but it's not at the top, so it's not going to scare everyone off. It's not going to scare all you Atlanta folks off, but it's nestled right in the middle
Right.
where they
Yeah.
can kind of get it off and
To
then move
me,
on.
right. My story, your story, the reason I say it was a warm hug, because this sounded genuinely like two dudes who are just happy to be hanging out.
Yeah,
This sounded
yeah,
like I'm really happy I did this song with my homie.
yeah, yeah. This was great. I love that. I did.
What else you got?
I did. And then, okay, so my last standout song is Bouquet, where they pay
Okay.
homage to ladies in hip hop. And here's the thing. Here's what I liked about this. What I liked about this is the fact that this didn't feel like a girl record, even though I know it very much so was intended to be one. But it didn't feel like, I know you don't like it, and that's fine. Just say you don't like it then. Why are you holding your mouth closed? Just say what you gotta say, please.
Because I was trying to just let you talk. I was
You
trying to
like a
let you get
kid
your
sitting
shit
on their
off.
hands because they don't want to touch something. Go ahead.
I fucking hated that record. This is the
Come
only
on.
song that I do not like. And I'm going to tell you why I don't like this record. This record did not seem sincere at all. This record seemed like somebody
Really?
told Nas, hey, you know what we should do? While we're paying homage to graffiti and the underground and hip hop, we should pay homage to the women. And maybe it was Nas' idea, but you know what this sound like? This sound like Nas was sitting there on a laptop Googling women who rap and looked up every woman he could find and just said every woman's name that he could find on Google. This shit, I did not like it at all. The first couple lines, okay, so I was listening and it was not looking at the tracks. I was doing things I needed to do, had it in my
Mhm.
headphones, and was just vibing. And when I heard the first couple lines, I'm like, oh, okay, this is kind of cool. He said
Mhm.
Doshi is pushing the culture forward or some shit like that. And I was like,
Mhm.
okay, I don't know if I fully agree, but I like it because I'm a Doshi fan. So I like that. A cosign from that.
You a
But then
Dochi
this
fan
motherfucker said
between
every
Tuesday
name.
and Thursday, and all of the other days you have a problem with Dochi. I feel like you only a
No, I
Dochi
don't.
fan half the
I like
week.
Doshi.
Most of the time.
Why you say I'm not a Doshi fan?
I feel like you got tired of Dochi really quick. I feel
No.
like I feel like you were very much on the Dochi train, and then they were arguably forcing her down our throats with
That's what I
Fashion
didn't like.
Week and this thing and that thing, and she's
Yeah,
everywhere
that's
and
what I
nowhere
didn't
at
like.
all. And you at that point you were like, but then so that's why I say that. I feel like after a while you were kind of off her. I didn't know you actually still liked Dochi because I thought
Yeah,
that once things got oversaturated and then anxiety like after anxiety because while I was, having my weeknights PTO days, you were very much adamant about the fact that anxiety was just everywhere and getting kind of ridiculous. So I thought you were kind of off Doechii. I got to be honest. I didn't think that you were still interested in what she was putting out or what she was doing.
I can't wait to hear new Doechii. And Alligator Bites Never Heal is still the shit. It was the things that her label was more doing than her. I don't think Doechii necessarily did anything wrong as a quote unquote new artist, because that's not her first project, but new to the mainstream music scene. Um, she's getting everything you want as a new artist, quote unquote, right? She's getting all the
Yeah.
looks, all the nominations, all the everything. You know, she's a overnight celebrity, to quote Twista, which is what you want, right? You want to be
Mhm.
everywhere, doing everything, getting all the looks, because that helps push you and your brand forward. And so
Mhm.
that part is great. Sold out shows, great tour. I love all of that. I'm not mad at any of that. Did I like Anxiety? No, I didn't like Anxiety, but I don't think we have to like everything from everybody. Now, when I saw her with Will Smith and the rest of them, then I was like, all right, I don't want to see this bullshit. But I'm still a Doechii fan. I just don't like some of the
Okay.
things her label has done. Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Well, cool.
yeah. So when he said,
It is
going back to
something.
Nas' album, when he said, Doechii's pushing the culture forward or whatever line, I was like, okay, that's cool. That's great that he gave her a nod. But then Nas named every motherfucker on the planet. And then this is all the reason why I say it was like somebody gave him a laptop, because he was done. And then
And then
came
he
back
came
and
back.
was like, wait, I could keep going. And I'm like, who gave
He
him a
was like
laptop?
Ice Spice. When Ice Spice came up, I said, "Oh, okay," because that was the I think that was the third list.
Come
I
on,
think that was
son.
the final list,
I
and
hated
then
this
he says
record. I feel
again,
like
"If I forgot you," I
I
think
still love you
I,
forever.
right, and I think the point there wasn't. I think the point was to not single anybody out. That
Listen,
to me what seemed like the point. I think there was a larger message that he was trying to send that has nothing to
yeah,
do with the specific names, right? So I think,
right.
but I think in order to maintain goodwill, I guess, he listed, I guess, as many as they could think of. But I don't really think the names mattered here. I don't think that was my biggest takeaway. I think that it was cool that he acknowledged women in hip hop. I think that oftentimes women in hip hop get forgotten when certain conversations are happening. And I think to have someone of his stature, his magnitude, his impact as one of the legends, one of the guys who has been around since we were kids, I think that was important. I don't know why he decided to do it or, anything like that. But what I do know is that hearing it, I do think that someone like him giving his stamp just felt good to me. Because again, I think that there's a lot of conversations that happen about men in hip hop and about how great they are lyrically, about them doing this, and that. And I think a lot of times either women are not part of those conversations or women are the subject of the conversations for different reasons and they're not always good reasons. So I did appreciate this. I did think that this was um a nice way to acknowledge the ladies. I don't think it's required. I don't think anyone would have thought any less of Nas if he didn't say anything at all about the women in hip hop. Um, but I thought it was cool that he did. So, I said, okay,
I
the
think the
queendom of
sentiment was
rap.
nice. I think the sentiment was nice, but I think
That queendom of rap, I actually thought that was cute.
no, the eye roll is at the song, not at you.
Oh,
That's what I'm
no, because
saying.
he
Like
referred it
to
right.
me,
But he said
I know.
at the end, he said queendom of rap, and I was like, oh, okay, that's cute. You were not
No,
feeling that.
no. I hate that song because I feel like there was a better way to
Okay.
do it. I think the sentiment was good, but the execution was not.
Okay.
And
Okay.
if you were going to say somebody's pushing the culture forward, I would have liked to hear him say Rhapsody was doing it. Rhapsody didn't even get a sentence. Her name was just in there with other women rappers. And I was like, come on, dog.
Yeah, I agree. I
So
think
that
that
was your last
Rhapsody
note?
deserves a lot more than that, but sure.
I agree.
I get it.
That was your last note before I jump in?
Yeah, that was my last note.
Okay.
I think.
All right. So we spoke about NY State of Mind 3. I thought that was really cool. A really cool way to do it. I like a lot of these songs. I like the fact that this was an ode to hip hop in a lot of ways. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
be honest, at the end, I felt really nervous and I was like, is this the last album we're getting from Nas? This felt very like closing a chapter almost. And I
Mm-hmm.
hope not, because this was really good. And it's nice to go out on a big bang. I just don't know if this is the big bang, but I was like, man, this feels really like he's closing a chapter, and I hope I'm wrong. Um,
I
we'll
hope
be
you're
honest.
wrong too.
I off, yeah, I want more Nas, and I'm curious if people are already suggesting that there will be another batch of Nas and Preem albums the way he did with Hit Boy. I don't know if we get that, but it would be nice. I'm curious if we do, but I don't think we will. Um,
Okay.
I really like um I really like them paying homage to the underground on Welcome to Underground. Pause
Mm-hmm.
tapes was really cool, breaking it down the way that they did. Um I I don't know. I just smiled the entire song of Writers. The whole time I just thought this was
That's one I
and
didn't
this is what I
write.
mean, right? I was gonna compare this. What'd you say?
I was saying that's one I didn't take a note about, and I meant to.
I was gonna compare Writers and Bouquet. I think it's the same sentiment, but Writers had better execution.
Oh,
He's doing
okay.
almost the same
Yes,
thing,
yes. That's I can say that
but
with
I think this
confidence.
one had
Sure.
better execution.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Sons was cute. I said, oh, okay, because you got the daughter's record. Okay, I guess. I get it. Kind of felt like his son was like, Dad, but where's my song though? Where's my song, Dad?
Or
I
maybe
didn't get
he
a song.
just said, I did daughters. Now let me do sons.
That's what I think, yeah. And I'll be honest, I like the verses a lot. I don't really love the hook, but the verses were really good. And you pulled up a great quote. I fucking love Nasty Esco Nasir. That was
Oh,
awesome.
yeah,
When I saw the title, I
yeah,
immediately knew what was gonna happen.
yeah. I
And
got
I
excited
said,
when I
oh, is
saw
he
that
about to
title
like
too.
I said, is he
Yeah,
gonna do what I think he's gonna do? And he did. And it was great. And they
yeah,
had the right beat for it. And I like that each person talked their shit. Each person had their own
yeah,
personality. And I thought it was really interesting that Nasty killed Esco. I also knew that was exactly what was going to happen once the tough guy talk started. I said, oh,
yeah.
one of these guys is going to die, and it's probably going to be Esco. He said, it's just us
Mhm.
two in the boom. I said, yes, yes, yes. Um, Junkie, man, so relatable. Love Junkie. And I'm gonna be honest, Third Childhood, I was really nervous about because
Mhm.
Nas has a record called Second Childhood. That's a really good record. It's highly revered. And I was like, "Ooh, are you gonna mess it up with doing another record that's similar?" And he didn't. This is a great way to close out the album. And I thought it was really good the way he broke everything down and talked about kind of like this new chapter of his life. Also, this was a really balanced project. Nas was talking big money millionaire shit and also like still regular hood shit. And I thought that was a
Yeah,
great balance. of like grown man, but also nostalgic underground hip hop raps.
Yeah,
I
I
thought this
agree.
was great.
That was
So
great. I don't.
that's it. That's what I got.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad you covered songs that I did not take notes on.
Yeah, I listened to it 3 times, so I had a lot of times to listen to it and really get my thoughts together. Um, the other thing I want to say is, and maybe it's a topic for another time, but I don't want rappers to keep saying worldwide when they're shouting out local areas. If it's local, just leave it local. It's okay. It's okay. But if you like Jersey City, Newark, Patterson, Irvin, worldwide, it's like no. You were just shouting out New Jersey. Just leave it New Jersey. It's okay. It doesn't need to be
Everywhere.
worldwide.
Right.
Everywhere, all over the globe. No, nigga. It was you. Just shouted out mad Jersey places.
All over the globe is
You just like
funny for
Crown
one
Heights,
thing.
Flatbush, Bed-Stuy, Bushwick, worldwide. No, nigga. No.
Ah,
No. Pineapples. I'm uncomfortable. Don't do that again.
me, but from like Canarsie to I don't know to Greenpoint, it probably does feel like worldwide.
Nah,
I'm
I
just
don't want to
saying.
hear that. Fuck that.
I'm just saying. I'm kidding, but you you make a good point. I never thought about that, but yeah, they do that. A lot of rappers do that. It's really
Nas did
funny.
that 2 or 3 times on this album, and I was like, all right, Nas, enough.
I feel like Don's been doing that though forever, so it's probably just second nature to him to start shouting out the areas and then yelling out world. That is so funny.
Don't just not. We don't need worldwide. We don't need
No,
worldwide
we don't. You're right.
because you're not shouting out anywhere else in the world. Like you making it very, very tiny, specific niche, and then like, all right, in the whole world. No. Stop.
Right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Dash has to go. It's bedtime. Ladies and gentlemen,
Oh, come
this has
on.
been Weeknights. Thank you for being here.
Is this the end of the episode? What are you talking about? Don't we have another topic? We done?
I mean, look at the time we've been recording.
All right. That's fine. Then let's shut it down. Tell the
Yeah,
people I gotta go to
I think
bed.
that's it for today.
All right. Clown. Goodbye,
Take us
everybody.
out of here.
Goodbye.
Worldwide.
All right.